As soon as we get that up there, if I hear anything, What's happening, LF students? My name is Josh. I am the student pastor here at Little Flock, and this is my good friend,
Josh, and I'm not the student pastor at Little Flock.
But boy, do we look alike, or at least that's what everybody says. You are not seeing double tonight. I don't think we look alike. We just have the same name. Everybody else seems to think we do. I don't know. You should have worn a shirt like mine. We should have dressed as twins tonight.
That would have been great.
That would have been awesome. Awesome. Josh, I'm excited that you're with me tonight. This is going to be fun.
This is fun.
So, we've got a ton of stuff planned for tonight. I want to remind you right off the bat that we are looking for 75 viewers. We're looking for 75 viewers tonight, and if we hit that 75 viewers, at the end of the show, we're going to be giving away a great big prize. Not going to tell you what that great big prize is, but we want to give it away. And so the only way we do that is if we hit 75. Right now, we're at 40, so we've got a ways to go. But you can text a friend, send them the link to our YouTube site, and say, hop on tonight, check it out with us, because we want to give away an awesome prize. Plus, they could have a chance to win it too. So text a friend, have them get on tonight and watch live with us. We're looking for 75. Actually, Noah Frankie threw out a challenge last week. He said if we hit 100 viewers, which I think we could do. We could do it. If we hit 100 viewers, he is willing to shave his head live on this show.
That's great.
I want to see that. I want that to go down. I want it to happen. So I want to give away that prize. I want to see Noah's head shaved and buzzed. That would be awesome.
I mean, everyone's only got to invite one person, right?
That's right. I mean, we're up to 41, so if everybody invites one person, maybe a couple of you invite two, we can knock it out and we can get to 100. So, cool. Well, we're going to play a game to kind of get us going. This is a new game, actually. We haven't played this one before. It is called First to 10, Quarantine Edition. Now, the way this is going to work, typically, if we were playing this game live in person, you would hold up your fingers and you would try to get to 10 with your fingers because you have 10 fingers. And so the rules are simple. If it's true for you, put up a finger to indicate that. So if the first thing is true, I'll hold up one. If the next thing is true, I'll hold up two. You get the picture. Now, we can't see your fingers, obviously, but what you can do and what we want you to do is to put the number of fingers that you would be holding up in the chat. So if you're up to number 3 on your fingers, put 3. And the first person that gets to 10, we're going to send you some Chick-fil-A. Well, not actually Chick-fil-A.
We're going to deliver it.
We could. That would be fun. I don't think they'd be open by the time the show's over. I don't know. But we're going to send you a gift card, and you can go get some Chick-fil-A. You can go get some Jesus Chicken whenever it's convenient for you. So here we go. All right. So we're going to spin it, and we're going to see what the first thing is. Here we go. Let's spin it. 3, 2, 1. Slept past noon. During quarantine, you have slept past noon. Have you done that, Josh?
Yes.
But that's because
I'm up all night.
Yeah, you work all night. Now, my kids, Eli and Isaac, have not slept past noon. They haven't slept past 6. So, can you sleep past noon? Eli is actually here in the loft with us tonight. Can you sleep past, can you sleep till noon tomorrow? That would be awesome if you could do that. And that way Dad can sleep a little bit more. Yes, you heard it right here. So he says he will sleep till noon tomorrow. All right, so if you've done that, hold up 1. All right, here we go. Spin the wheel. We're going to have to speed this up a little bit or we'll never get through this game. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Scrolled through over an hour of memes. Josh, I know you have done this.
You know, I probably have.
I get a meme from you just about every day.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
So if you've done that, add a finger, or maybe you're up to 1 if you haven't slept till noon. I see some zeros. There's JD's up to 2 already, so that's awesome. All right, here we go. Let's spin it. All right, 3, 2, 1, and have you watched someone else's church online? You have watched someone else's church online. That other cool youth group that's, has a much cooler youth pastor probably is the one they're watching. So if you've watched someone else's church online, add a finger and make sure you comment. Oh, there's a couple of you are up to 3 already.
There's some traders on there.
Some traders, yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. In 3, 2, 1, go. Planned a family vacation. If you and your family have planned a family vacation or started to plan a family vacation, you can add a finger to your hand. Have you done that?
Well, does it count if you all plan to go to the basement to watch a movie?
You know what? That's about right now. When this first all started, we talked about going to Disney, and then it took about 3 days to realize that's not going to happen. So
be really empty, no lines.
That's right. All right. Yes, Callie Grant says we canceled ours. I get it. I understand. All right, here we go. Spin it, Sam. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Played a child's game out of boredom. played a child's game out of boredom. I've played a child's game, but that was out of necessity because I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old. So we have played some child's games. We've had one of Eli's school projects yesterday, Josh, was a paper, rock, scissors tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So at the dinner table last night, we had a paper, rock, scissors tournament.
Who won?
Eli, who won? Eli won. Eli beat me in the finals. It was the best of 3. He beat me 3-1.
You know, during this playing paper, rock, scissors, it's never fair because me and Storm will do it if we can't decide on who wants to do something.
Yep.
I always lose.
Yep.
She wins all the time.
You probably allow her to do that, though. I mean, that's the kind-heartedness of you.
Not at all. She wins.
All right, so where are we up to? I see 3, 4. Anybody past 4? I don't see anybody past 4 yet. So a couple people are at 4. Let's spin it. We got to get to 10. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Tried a new food. If you have tried a new food since quarantine has started, add a number.
Home cooking.
Home cooking. I'm trying to think if we've tried anything new. What Eli's waving his hand. He's saying we tried something. What did we try new?
Well, I've tried I don't know what it's called, but it's round and Mom likes it. Oh, wait.
Hey, do you want to get in the show? Come here. Bring up a chair. Come right here in between us here. Let's spin it again. Callie Grant's up to 5. Hannah Gibson's up to 5. Maddie Howell's up to 5. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Started and completed a video game. There we go. If you started and completed a video game, you've done that, haven't you? You've done lots of video games. Are you up to 6? Have you gotten all these? You can't win. Okay, but that's kind of fun. All right, here we go. Let's spin it again.
Ugh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. Been to work. I have worked from you. You don't have a job. You can't work, Eli. I know you've been to work.
I've been to work a lot.
But I have school.
That is true. You have been to school and you have been working hard on your school.
I'm done at lunchtime.
All right. Walker Dean says he's 6. Walker Dean is actually in studio with us. JD is up to 8. Wow. JD may be getting some Chick-fil-A tonight unless somebody can make a comeback. Sam says he's only at 3. All right, let's spin it. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Been a part of a Bible study online. Been a part of a Bible study online. Shameless plug here. If you haven't been a part of a Bible study online, you can be a part of a Bible study online this Sunday at 3 o'clock. Zoom chat, Bible study with LF students. We're walking through the book of Philippians. It would be awesome to have you. All right.
Did you plan that?
So no, that was awesome though. That was a great plug. Yeah. All right, spin it again, Sam. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Taking a hike outside. I've thought about taking a hike. You've taken hikes to. Yeah, you've taken a hike to the trampoline. That's about as far as you've gotten. So, yeah, I thought about taking a hike. So, if y'all know any good hiking places, I hear. I see pictures of some of you hiking.
Lots of waterfalls. Awesome. Looks pretty cool.
All right. So I see some at 7, some at 6. All right, let's spin it again. All right, 3, 2, 1. Had a relative ask you, what have you been up to? Because, who doesn't ask that? Carissa Patterson's up to 3. That's not good. Dennis Menace hiked through his neighborhood. 7, 6. All right, let's spin it again. Let's keep going. We're getting close. All right, 3, 2, 1. Played with an animal, yours or someone else's. Like all of you have dogs or some kind of pets. Yeah, you've played. What's our dog's name?
Lucy.
Lucy. Do you like Lucy?
And Gus, but
What happened to Gus?
he passed away. He
Yep.
was very sick.
Yeah, Gus got sick. Not here at our previous house. He's been gone for a while. All right, so what are we up to? Walker Dean says you're up to. JD says he's up to 12. Have we even done 12? Gracie Spear is at 11. All right, if you are, let's do this. If you are at 10, put your name, first and last name on there right now, and we're going to send you some Chick-fil-A. All right, while you're doing that, let's do one more just for the fun of it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Started and finished reading a physical book. Some of you don't even know what a physical book is. I get that. But if you've started and finished reading a physical book since quarantine started, maybe you can even tell us what book you've started. Have you read anything?
I have not. But I read that completely different. I'm like, getting physical book. I'm like, why would I read that? That's horrible.
Yeah. Like, I have no interest in getting fit during quarantine. Yeah. Never. Callie Grant, is that never as in I don't read books at all? Book of Jude count? Absolutely, the Book of Jude counts. Although it's only one chapter in length. So, all right. Do we have some people at 10, Susan? All right, sweet, good deal. So who on one? Give me some names. Maddie Howe. Annalie Dean. JD. Gracie Spear. Callie Grant. That's it. Awesome. Good deal.
Way to go.
So if we called your name, we'll be getting some Chick-fil-A out to you. By the way, if you've won anything the last couple of weeks, don't worry, it's coming. We've just been a little bit slow getting stuff out, but I've actually got everything, all the gift cards, they're in envelopes, they're ready to go out. So be looking for that if you have won something in the last couple of weeks and you haven't got your gift card yet. It is coming your way. Well, let's play a real quick round of my favorite game. Eli, you can head out of the picture now. Thanks for coming and hanging with us. Can you tell everybody bye? All right. Thanks, Eli. So we're going to play a real quick game of Ask Me Anything with Josh Dean. And the rules are real simple. I need some questions for you guys. Josh has only been in student ministry for about a year now. And I guess really the first time you and I hung out was the night that we took the youth to kart country and we rode go-karts like all night together.
That was fun.
That was a blast. So that night I was like, all right, I got to get this dude in student ministry. So we're going to play Ask Me Anything with Josh Dean. I need some questions from you guys. We're not going to be able to answer them all because we're a little bit late on time. Sorry about that. We had a little technical glitch.
I get off easy.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, I'm going to find the hardest one. Maddie Howe wants to know, who's your favorite child?
Yes. Yes.
We are talking about Joseph, and Jacob had a favorite child.
Right.
So does Josh have a favorite child?
I have 4.
Yep.
And I would say that one of the 4, no, they're all my favorite. Exactly the same.
Ooh, I like this question. Connor Stanfield asked, bacon or pancakes?
Oh. Bacon pancakes?
Ooh, pancakes with bacon.
That's good, yes.
Yeah, yes. Oh, I like this one. These are really good. What's the greatest prank you've ever pulled on Walker? And I know you have pulled many.
Oh, gosh. There's a lot. I've scared him a lot. I don't know, Walker, I give him a lot of wet willies. There's too many to count. There's a lot. If you go to my Instagram, there's probably a ton there. But, I always have fun with Walker. He's fun to mess with.
Oh, I like this. This has been coming in from several different angles. What is your favorite youth trip so far? Your favorite moment from youth group? Anything along in there?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I think it's fun anytime we can get together and go hang out together.
Which we haven't been able to do in a long time, and I'm ready to get together and hang out.
I miss it because you really get to see everyone's personalities and how they interact. So it's a lot of fun. Anywhere we go, we have a good time.
I like Maddie Howe's question just because it's random and it doesn't make sense. What is your favorite color of the alphabet, true or false?
I'm going to say false.
I would too. That's exactly. U of L or UK?
Go Cards. All the way.
It's been nice having you on the show, Josh. I'm just kidding. Let's find one more here. Have you ever played Gaga Ball? And if so, could you beat Dave Richardson?
No, but yes, I could. No doubt.
Absolutely. Everybody can beat Dave Richardson. He just claims to be the Gaga champion, self-proclaimed. And yeah. So anyway, all right, that was fun.
It was fun.
That was fun. I feel like I know a little bit more about you. Oh, man. Josh and I, we've learned we are a lot alike in so many different ways, not just looks or anything like that. But, so I think that's why we get along so well.
Humor and everything. Yep.
Except for that whole UK U of L thing.
You'll come around.
I don't know about that. So, all right, well, let's play one more game here real quick before we kind of dive into maybe a little bit more serious stuff. We're going to play a game that we actually played in week 2. We are in week 8 of,
Are you kidding me?
LFstudents Live.
When we came, Walker said, how long has it been since we've been to church? I'm like, maybe a month? I don't know. It's been 8 weeks.
It's been a long time.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to play a game called Home Hunt. And if you remember the way this is going to work, we're going to spin the wheel here in just a minute, and there's going to be something that pops up on the screen. There's going to be a number to text a picture to. It has to be a clear picture, like I have to actually be able to recognize you and the item for you to get credit. And the first person to text a picture with the item to the number on the screen is going to get some Chick-fil-A. We're giving out some Chick-fil-A tonight. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Let's spin it. Let's see what you're looking for. And I can't see. There we go. A framed photo. A framed photo.
Now, do they have to be in the picture with the frame photo?
I think they need to be in the picture.
Okay. So like a selfie with the frame photo.
A selfie
Okay.
if you frame a selfie, is that weird?
I don't know.
So, I don't know. A framed photo. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes! So, all right. So here's the question. Grace Gibson texted it to me, but Hannah actually was in the picture. We got to give that to Hannah, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely. We got to give that to Hannah. All right. So sorry about that if you missed out. Hannah Gibson, we got some Chick-fil-A coming to you. I want to talk to you sometime. I want to get you on the show and talk about Disney sometime, Hannah. That'd be great. All right, let's spin it again. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. A PB&J sandwich.
Oh, I love a good old PB&J.
Oh, I think Eli had a PB&J for lunch today. PB&J sandwich. Who's going to have a PB&J sandwich?
All right, did you do strawberry or grape jelly?
Oh, grape jelly.
Grape?
Yeah, I am not a strawberry jelly guy at all.
Really?
No. No strawberry jelly at all. Let's see. What is that? Oh, nope, that's the frame.
Everyone's making it. Their parents are going, what are you doing?
I know.
This is probably my favorite game. I like watching the kids run around the house trying to find stuff.
I know. I wish I could have video of them running around the house. It's kind of awkward for us because now we're sitting here talking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches while they wait.
Kind of hungry.
Oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. You know what? I think that works.
That's great.
That works, Shelby Parker. Nice job. She sent us a packaged Smucker's Uncrustable peanut butter and strawberry jam sandwich. Well done, Shelby Parker. That's awesome. All right, let's do 2 more. Let's spin that wheel. And let's see what item you're searching for, too. Not going to have to go far. I need a fridge magnet.
That's easy.
That's easy. Easy money. A fridge magnet. How many fridge magnets do you think you all have on your fridge?
Oh, we don't have many. I think maybe like 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ours isn't much.
we have several. We kind of. Oh, here it comes. Haley Zvinko has a fridge magnet, and she ought to get like bonus points. It's a magnet that says "Amazing You." I think she was talking about us.
I think so. I mean, we're both Joshes.
That
so.
we're both Joshes. She was, yes, that's right. So Haley Zvinko, nice job. I like that. Thank you for that encouragement tonight. I needed that. So Amazing You. I like it. All right, let's do one more. Here we go. And the wheel's coming around. A funny mug. I need to be able to see the funny mug. Do you have any funny mugs at your house?
We've got a, what is it? No, we've got, yes, we have one. I can't tell you what it is. It's Annalise mug.
I hope she finds it.
I hope she does too. It's pretty funny.
That would be awesome if she found it. Oh, here we go. What is that? All right, Benjamin Rydell has a mug. What is that mug of? What is
I
that?
think it's sheep.
Is it sheep? Benjamin, you're going to have to text in the chat and tell us what it says. But it is sheep, and yeah, that is interesting. All right. I can't wait till later on after the show's over.
Do you go back and look at them all?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I do. Maybe I'm gonna make it. Here's what I'm gonna do tomorrow because I don't have anything else better to do. Right, but I'm gonna go through. I'll make a little slideshow. We'll throw them on social media.
That'd be funny.
Of all the random pictures of you guys finding stuff. All right, well that's fun. I love that game. So congratulations to who were our 4 winners in that game. All right, good job, guys. We'll get some Chick-fil-A sent out to you guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for the pictures. You will see these pictures again, I promise you. So here's the deal. I'm excited about our Bible study tonight because it's so practical. It's so relatable for you guys. We're still in this series called Bigger Picture. We're talking about the life of Joseph. But to kind of set up the theme and what we're going to be talking about tonight, I want you to check out this Skit Guys video. So check this out.
What are those things in your life that keep you from following God? So we want to look at some of those things. Maybe the first thing, maybe it's the way you procrastinate the big things and even the small things in your life. Morty, give me a smoke, Morty. There they are. There they are. I just need one. I just need one. I just need one. I just need one. There the baby is. I got it. There we go. There we go. Morty, watch this, Morty. Been doing this since high school. Watch this. Smoke rings, Morty, smoke rings. I still got it, huh?
You never lost it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You got that right. 10-4, good buddy. You got that right. You got that right.
Watch this.
Oh, what? I tell you, boy. I tell you, Morty, we've been saying we're going to stop the big things and even the small things in our life. I say it's not too late. I say we stop today.
How about tomorrow?
Okay. What keeps you from following God? Maybe it's your fear. Grandpa?
Yes,
Grandpa?
what is it? What is it?
Grandpa,
What is
can I
it?
talk
What
to
is
you?
it, grandson?
Grandpa, can I talk to you for a
What
minute?
is it, little Bubby?
Okay,
Little Bambino?
hey, Grandpa, I got questions, and since I get to stay with you and Grandma for
Yep.
the week, thought I'd ask you some questions.
Alrighty, shoot, partner.
Well, first question: why do I have a full beard?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a mystery, right?
Right. It's the men in our family. A lot of testosterone. Yep.
Grandpa,
Yep.
Grandpa, what does it mean when it rains?
Well, let me think. That means that the angels are crying.
Mm-hmm.
They're very sad. You've probably done something wrong.
Oh. Feels like a whole bucket of shame right there, Grandpa.
Well, it worked in raising your dad, so yeah.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
Grandpa, what does it mean when it thunders?
Oh, that means the angels had chalupas for dinner the night before. That's why they say it smells like rain.
Is that right?
Yeah. Did you take your glasses off? Can you see okay?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
fine, Grandpa.
You kind of look like a trucker.
Kind of felt like something was off.
Yep, a little off there.
Yeah. Grandpa?
Yep, what is it, Kimasabi?
What? Thanks, Grandpa.
You got it.
Grandpa?
Yep, Scooter, what is it?
What? Why do pretty people marry ugly people?
Well, pretty people marry ugly people because love is blind. But don't talk about your grandma that way, all right?
I didn't say a word about it. There was no word. There was no word
It'll
about
hurt her feelings.
I didn't say a word.
Nope, I know.
Grandpa,
Yeah, buddy.
when you and Grandma have on the news and I'm sitting there and there's all the bad stuff that's on the news and there's always a lot of stuff that comes on and I get really scared and if God loves everybody, why does all the bad stuff happen in the world and if what you and Grandma say is true about God, I mean, I don't know what it looks like as I grow up because it just looks really, really scary to...
Now you listen. Your old grandpa will spin stories and tell tales all day long. But what I'm about to tell you right now is the truth. Since the beginning of time, good and evil have been battling it out. But I've read the book all the way to the end. And in the end, God wins. God wins in the end.
What keeps you from following God? Maybe it's the way you rationalize parts of your lifestyle.
Hey, Dad. Yeah. Oh, hey, those are not my cigarettes.
These are not yours?
Nope. But you can put them in here.
What's up?
Huh?
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, listen, the reason I was coming was some of my buddies are going to see that movie you and I talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, and before you say anything, I want to go see it with them, okay?
Son.
No, listen,
Son.
listen, just hear me, okay? Listen, okay? Here's the thing, okay?
I'm
Here's
listening.
Listen, okay? Listen, okay?
Son.
Listen, listen, okay? Here's the thing, okay? Listen, okay? Here's the thing, okay? I know in this movie, I know there's some violence, okay? But it's just a little violence. It's just a little, okay? And I know it's not real, okay? And I know that there's some cussing in it, okay? But it's just a little cussing. It's just a little, okay? And I know it's not real, okay?
The cussing,
yeah,
not real.
Yeah, and I know there's some nudity in it, okay? But it's just a little nudity, just a little, okay? And I know it's not real.
Son.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, listen. Can I please go see the movie with my friends? Please.
Okay.
I knew it. You don't ever let me do anything, and I don't understand. What'd you say?
You can go see the movie.
I can?
Yeah.
You're the coolest dad in the whole wide world. Thanks, Dad.
Wait. I knew we were going to have this talk, so I decided that I would make you some of my famous brownies. These are Dad's famous brownies.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Yeah, these are your favorite brownies. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I'm going to take a sneak it in the theater.
Whoa. No, come back. I want you to eat it now.
Huh?
I want you to eat that now.
You're kind of weirding me out.
Well, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say that I made these for you. Now, they have the same ingredients that they've always had since you were a kid. They have the cocoa, they have the brown sugar, they have the flour.
So good.
Right?
Good.
Yeah, the eggs, the vanilla. But I added something this time, just a little bit of something.
You shouldn't mess with perfection.
Well, that's okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. But this time around, I added just a little bit of something. It shouldn't affect the whole batch because it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit.
What is it? Cumin?
No.
Paprika?
No.
Allspice?
No.
Old Spice? I can't taste the difference.
Can't, just a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can taste it. What was it?
Dog poop. Son, it's just, son, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit, son. It's just a little, son. Son, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. Son. Son.
From the big dog or the little dog?
The little dog.
That's a load off.
Son, it's just a little bit. Shouldn't affect the whole batch.
It is dog poop.
Son, just a little bit.
I get it.
What?
No, I get it.
What?
Son, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. It's
What?
just a little bit.
What?
No, I get it. I get it, okay? Listen, the next time you don't want me to go see a movie, just say, don't go see the movie.
Don't feed me poop brownies. I don't even want to go see the movie now, okay? I just want to go get something to drink.
Okay.
That better be lemonade in the refrigerator. There's not enough time to talk about the number of excuses that I've made in my life to say this is okay, or I don't have to do that, or you know what, I'll start it later or tomorrow. So many excuses, and I wish I could get rid of all of those excuses and just go. But there's a time where you could just have to stop and say, you know what, I'm not going to let anything keep me from God any longer. It's time to start.
That's right.
You know?
And 2 Peter 1:3 says this, by his divine power, he has given us everything we need. God has given us everything we need for life and godliness. So when the question is asked to you, what keeps you from following God? Because by his divine power, he's given us everything we need to be a godly man and a godly woman. Bottom line, maybe it's just you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoy that video as much as I do. We got a pretty good laugh here in the loft as we watched that. But I want to tell you a story real quick. About a story when I was in college. I was going through the Burger King drive-through because it was right there by Western's campus, and I was going to grab some food. I was actually headed home to my parents' house in Hartford, so about a 45-minute trip. But went through the drive-through, got my food, paid with a $20 bill, and she gave me some change because obviously I didn't get $20 in food that time like I do now. If it was a Taco Bell, I might have. But anyway, so I got my food. She handed me the change, and I drove on. As I got on down the road a little bit, I started putting my money back in my wallet, and I noticed something. I noticed that I had $25 in change. I thought, now wait a minute. I gave a 20 and I've now got $25. How is that? That's not right. And so I realized what the cashier had done is instead of giving me another 5, she gave me a 20. And I realized I had been given too much cash. Now, I had 2 options at this point. Option number 1 was just to keep it and consider it God's extra blessing towards me. Or option number 2, just go back tomorrow and buy more Whoppers with it, which I thought was a pretty good option. Actually, there's a third option, of course, and that was to take it back to the restaurant. And basically, Josh, in my head, I was having an argument as to what to do because I wanted to keep the money. I thought,
you're a college student.
I'm a college student. I didn't have much money. Plus, I was already down the road, and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't want to turn around and spend extra time going back, taking it in, and going back. That's going to waste my time. So I kind of had a conflict in my head of what I should do. Now, some of you are sitting there and you're like, of course, Josh, you should take it back because that's the right thing to do. Others of you are sitting there going, no, take the money. This is their mistake, so you should just take the money and count it as the extra blessing from God. But here's the kind of the simple thing I'm getting at, and this is on your screen, is that the reality that I learned that day was this. Knowing what to do isn't simple in the moment. Like, can we all agree on one thing, that knowing what to do isn't so simple in the moment, that doing the right thing isn't always easy? I want us to talk about this back and forth for a little bit. I want you to throw some of your thoughts in the comments so you guys can interact a little bit. But here's the question I want you to comment about, and we're going to talk about it in here too. Why is it sometimes difficult to choose to do the right thing? What do you think, Josh?
I mean, what are people going to think?
Sure. Absolutely. What are people going to think?
You know, there's, what if I make the wrong choice?
Ooh, that's true. That's true. Other thoughts?
What is the right thing?
Sometimes we don't know what the right thing is. Sometimes, I know I've been here, I know what the right thing to do is, but I would rather do the wrong thing. Talking about sin, talking about temptation. But the reality is this: sometimes choosing to do the right thing means choosing not to do the fun or the exciting or the most popular thing, the thing that we actually want to do, the thing that makes choosing the right thing such a hard thing to do sometimes. Which kind of leads me to a second question, Josh. And here's the second question that we can talk about a little bit. What are some things that keep us from doing the right thing?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Absolutely. I would throw that up there at the top, especially when we're talking about teenagers. Peer pressure is huge, right? We want to be liked. We want to be accepted. We want to fit in. So, yeah, what else? What are some other things that keep us from doing the right thing?
What do you want to do? What's going to make you feel good in the moment?
That's right.
Will keep you from doing the right thing.
Because let's just be honest, sin is fun for a moment, right?
It is.
It is. If sin was not fun, we would not do it. If choosing to do the wrong thing wasn't fun for a moment, we wouldn't ever have these issues and this challenge, right? What are some thoughts from you guys? Throw some stuff in the comments. What are some things that keep us from doing the right thing? Think about you guys as teenagers. And honestly, I think one of the things that keep us from doing the right thing is this. And this is on your screen. Doing the right thing usually costs us something. Think about that for just a second. Doing the right thing usually costs us something. You know, once I decided, I didn't tell you how the story ended, but I actually did decide to return that $20 bill back to Burger King. I actually went inside, I handed her the $20 bill, and I said, ma'am, I need to be honest with you. You gave me incorrect change, and you actually gave me a $20 bill instead of a $5 bill. And she looked stunned, Josh. She just looked at me like she could not believe that somebody was choosing to do the right thing in that moment. Yeah. Like she expected to do the wrong thing. I mean, she didn't notice. She didn't know, and she wouldn't have known until the end of the night when they counted the drawer and she realized she was $15 short. But she was stunned. And then there was a lady standing there. She said, son, that was one of the most honest and noble things I've ever seen anybody do. And I thought, I didn't do anything spectacular. I just chose to do the right thing. But, go ahead.
Well, and how do you know that had you not taken that back, that the manager would have said, you stole from this drawer. You don't have a job anymore.
That's right. That's right. But, I was thinking about, what did that cost me in the moment? Well, in the moment, it cost me $20. It cost me about 25 minutes of time. So it cost me something because I went back and did the right thing. And sometimes the reality is doing the right thing costs us something. So let's think about this in terms of us, in terms of teenagers. And you guys, please comment on this if you guys have some input too. What are some other things that doing the right thing might cost you? Let me say it again. What are some other things that doing the right thing might cost you? What do you think, Josh?
Well, consequences.
Yep.
You know, if you've done something wrong and you know you've done something wrong, you got that feeling in the pit of your stomach, you're not comfortable, and you just feel better. But you know there's going to be consequences if you come out and tell your parents or a friend or a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. You know, you might know the right thing to do, like you were saying, Josh, is to be honest with your parents. But you know that by being honest with them, you're probably going to lose your phone, like, for life. Or how about this? You know that the right thing to do is to not be in this particular relationship anymore. But you also know that if you break up, then you're going to be single and alone again. And you don't know if you want to pay that cost. Or maybe you know the right thing to do isn't to cheat off of your neighbor's test, even though the neighbor sitting next to you is like the human genius and is going to make 100. Walker says, yeah, that would have been him, the human genius, not the guy that cheats. Let's just clarify that. But you know the right thing to do is to not cheat, but you also know that by not cheating, it might cost you a better grade. You see what I mean? That sometimes what feels right feels complicated. Because even though we know what's right sometimes it's really, really difficult to actually do. And so with that in mind, I want to kind of pick back up with the life of Joseph. Because Joseph kind of found himself in one of these situations. Because what we're going to look at today, I believe, can be a game changer for all of us. It's to help us to know what to do in those times where we really don't know what to do. So let's take a look at Joseph for just a second. We've been talking about Joseph now for 3 weeks. And in case you're just jumping in, let me just give you the 30-second recap. Joseph was number 11 of 12 sons. That's a huge family. All right. His dad, Jacob, boldly and loudly proclaimed that Joseph was his favorite. His dad even gave him a special coat. We call it the coat of many colors. His brothers were incredibly jealous by this, of course, and they made a plot, as we learned last week, to kill him. Instead, they came to their senses, and instead of killing him, they decided to throw him into a well, cover his coat with blood, tell their dad that basically Jacob had died, and then they sold Joseph into slavery to Egypt. And that's kind of where we pick up the story today. Because like we mentioned last week, one of the really cool things about this entire story, Josh, is that Joseph, what we learned from Joseph is that God was with Joseph, like through all of this. And that's what we talked about last week a ton, is that through everything that Joseph went through, God was with Joseph, that he found favor with God, and that continued even through his slavery. And so we kind of pick up the story in the book of Genesis. So I want you to take a look with me on the screen as we look at this story, and we kind of pick up the story. It says, "The Lord was with Joseph so that he prospered, and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did, Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted to his care everything he owned. From the time he put him in charge of his household and all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar had, both in the house and in the field. So Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's care, with Joseph in charge. He did not concern himself with anything except the food that he ate." So things weren't so bad for Joseph because Potiphar trusted him with everything. Things weren't bad for Potiphar because as long as Joseph was around, things were thriving. But then things kind of take a little bit of a turn, Josh. Things get a little bit, shall we say, weird. This is what it continues to say. It says, "Now Joseph was well built and handsome, and after a while his master's wife took notice of Joseph and said, 'Come to bed with me.'" Well, this tells us two things. The first thing, apparently Joseph wasn't a bad-looking guy. He probably looked something like you and me, Josh.
Absolutely.
The second thing is this. His boss's wife took notice. And now this is where things get really complicated, because Joseph, he was a servant to Potiphar, but not only was he required to obey what Potiphar said, he was also required to obey what his wife said. And so refusing her commands here, there were some ramifications that were possible. The first one was this. Joseph could lose his job. Joseph could have been kicked out of the house and said, don't come back. Second thing that could have happened to Joseph if he chose not to obey Potiphar's wife here, he could have lost his life. So there was a lot at stake right here. Like this choice was not an easy choice. Regardless of what he chose, it was going to be difficult. So, what did Joseph do when Joseph didn't know what to do? Well, listen to what the next part has to say. It says, but he, talking about Joseph, refused. With me in charge, he told her, my master doesn't concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns, he has entrusted to my care. No one is greater in the house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How then, listen to this part, how then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God? And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her or even be with her. So basically, here's the deal, and this is on the screen for you. Out of respect for Potiphar, and out of an even bigger and greater respect for God, Joseph simply did the next right thing. Joseph didn't make his decision on how things might turn out, like losing his job or even losing his life. Joseph made this decision. I want you to get this, guys. Joseph made the decision based on what was right. And what was right in that moment was turning down Potiphar's wife. It was complicated. It was challenging. But it was the right thing to do. And I put this on your screen too. He did what was right with God and trusted God with the outcome. Now then, some of you who maybe don't know the end of the story might be thinking that because Joseph trusted God and because Joseph made the choice to do what was right, everything worked out great. You know, the right choice was obvious and clear to Joseph, and that because Joseph made the right choice, it wasn't going to cost Joseph very much. But believe it or not, the right thing eventually wound up costing Joseph his freedom. And that was a pretty big cost for Joseph. You see, here's what happened later. Sometime later, Potiphar's wife actually came to Joseph again with her inappropriate invitation. Only this time, here's what Potiphar's wife did. She grabbed his cloak, and then Joseph, trying so hard to do the right thing, took off running to get away from her, leaving his cloak. This is kind of a funny scene when you picture it in your mind. Joseph took off running, leaving his cloak there behind in Potiphar's wife's hands. And now we know that Potiphar's wife was kind of sketchy anyway, so this is what she did. She told everyone that Joseph was pursuing her and said that when she screamed for help, Joseph took off running, leaving his cloak behind with her. Now, you can just imagine when Potiphar heard this, he was not a very happy camper. And because of that, here's what Potiphar did to Joseph. Even though he loved Joseph and he trusted Joseph with everything, he loved his wife more. And so here's what he did to Joseph. He threw Joseph in prison. So I want you to understand this. The outcome for doing the right thing was very much less than ideal for Joseph here, right? So that brings us to a really interesting question that I want us to consider. Josh, why then should we even care about doing the right thing? Like, if we don't know the outcome all the time, if sometimes doing the right thing costs us something, I mean, like it cost Joseph being in prison, then why should we even care about doing the right thing? Why don't we just do the thing that's going to come out best for us?
Well, I think that, when you think about it and you feel inside, how you feel inside. When you do the right thing, you're going to have a clear conscience. You don't have that weighing over you, even if it comes out poorly for you from maybe you're grounded or your phone's taken away. You have to tell your teacher you cheated on a test and you have to get a 0, but you'll sleep better at night because you won't have that weighing over.
That's right.
And I've had that weigh over, and it's not great. I think everyone has, and you learn from that, and you choose to do the right thing because you'll have a clear conscience.
That's right. There's a word that comes to my mind, and it's the word integrity. The word integrity. Maybe you've heard that word before. It's kind of a hard word to define sometimes, but here's, I think, the way that we can define integrity. And it's simply defined this way: being the kind of person who does what's right regardless of the outcome and regardless of who's around. Listen to me, guys. Sometimes doing the right thing, it's going to get you applause and it's going to give you a pat on the back. And sometimes it won't. You know, sometimes doing the right thing will cost you something great. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes doing the right thing will make you look good. And sometimes doing the right thing is going to make you look pretty stupid to other people. Just being honest with you. Here's the deal. We don't get to decide how things turn out when we choose to do the right thing. But we do get to decide what kind of person we want to be. And being a person of integrity, guys, will lead to a life of less regret, like you were talking about, Josh, a life of more respect, and ultimately a life that honors God. And so here's the deal. Chances are you're never going to find yourself in a situation like Joseph was in. Maybe you will. I don't know. But here's what I know. We find ourselves in situations all the time where we have to decide, without knowing how it's all going to play out, without seeing the bigger picture, are we going to choose to do the right thing or not? But when we make our decision with integrity based on what's right, when we are living lives that honor God, I can assure you guys that God is proud of you when you do so. So here's one thing I want you to remember. This will be on your screen. You may even want to write this down. I want you to remember this. When you can't see the big picture, do the next right thing. Let me say that again because I kind of stumbled over it. When you can't see the bigger picture, do the next right thing. So here's what I want you to do. All right, I want you to try this. You don't have to comment or anything like that, but I want you to just try this. I want you to think of one situation where you know the right thing to do, but you're afraid to do it. Think about that. What's one situation where you know the right thing to do, but you are afraid to do it? And I'd ask you, what are you afraid of? You know, in other words, if fear was not a factor, what would you choose to do? Okay, so think about that situation. And then the second thing I want you to do is simply think about this. I want you to think about and determine what kind of person you want to be. Not what kind of person you want to be 10 years from now. What kind of person you want to be today, this week. And what do you need to do to choose the right thing to do so you can be the kind of person that you want to be, but more importantly, so you can be the kind of person that God wants you to be. What are the right choices that you need to make right now that are going to help you determine the person that you want to be and the person that God wants you to be? Here's the deal. Most of us know the right thing to do in most situations. But fear keeps us from acting how we should. But more than that, the fear and the inaction, they keep us from becoming who God wants us to be. And that's why, guys, that's why learning to live with integrity is such a big deal. Living in a way that God wants you to live. Living in such a way so what you believe on the inside matches your life that you're living on the outside. Here's what I want to do for just a minute. There's a movie that came out several years ago. The movie was called Courageous. And in that movie, there was a scene where a young man was challenged with the opportunity to choose the right thing to do. He had to make a choice. and the right choice was going to cost him something. He had a choice to make. I want you to watch this video clip, and I want you to think about what are the right choices that you need to make. So take a look at this clip.
Mr. Martinez, have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
You've been very productive your first month here. You do good work.
I'm very grateful to be here.
Well, Mr. Martinez, the reason I called you in here is that I'm looking for an additional manager to oversee inventory and shipping. Carries more responsibility, but it pays more. Sound like something you might be interested in?
Yes, I would.
But before I make my final decision, I'd like for you to work a shift in that department next week. You'll see a list of 17 crates coming in on this sheet. Now, one of those crates will be going to a separate warehouse. Mr. Martinez, when you report the inventory, I'd like for you to report that we received 16 crates.
17 are coming in. But you want me to write down 16?
Yes, that's right. I have another purpose for the extra crate. You are on my team, right? Because I really can't use people who aren't on my team. Tell you what. You think about it tonight and give me your answer in the morning. Make it 10 o'clock. But I'll need to know if you really want this job.
Good evening, sir.
Javi, we need this job. For the first time in a year, we're able to pay the bills.
I know, Carmen, but he made it very clear. If I was not a team player, he did not want me there.
Maybe it's not wrong. It just looks that way. He's the owner of the factory.
He asked me to write down false information, Carmen. He asked me to lie.
When do you have to give him an answer?
10 o'clock.
Javi, if he lets you go, promise me that you will call me. If you don't, then I know everything is okay. Javi, I don't want us to go back.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I don't know yet. Please, have a seat. I trust you've had time to think about our conversation yesterday.
Yes, sir, I did.
And what did you decide? Are you on my team?
Mr. Tyson, I am very grateful to have a job here. But I cannot do as you have asked.
And why is that?
Because it is wrong, sir. And it would be dishonoring to my God and my family to lie on that report.
Do you understand what this may do to your job here?
Yes, sir, I do.
Javier, may I shake your hand? Young man, you just gave me the right answer. I've been looking for someone to manage inventory and shipping, and quite frankly, you were the last person on my list. But I need somebody I can trust. Will you take the job? We'll adjust your pay.
I would be honored to, sir.
Good. Then the job is yours. Now, Walter will go over all the specifics with you, and I'll make the announcement to the staff on Monday. Congratulations, Javier. Oh, and Javier, thanks for your integrity. It's rare.
Well done, Javier. After 6 times, I was getting discouraged.
What a great scene. What a great challenge for us. And so as we finish up tonight, here's my challenge for you. It's on your screen. Know the right thing and then do the next right thing. And so as we finish up tonight, I want you to think about a situation where you need to do the next right thing. Think about exactly what you need to do. And then take a step. Take a step by maybe confessing something to your parents or a trusted adult. Take a step by apologizing to a friend for something wrong that you did. Maybe take a step by choosing not to gossip about somebody else. Maybe take a step by committing to stop looking at those pictures or videos on the internet. Maybe take a step by returning something that you took that wasn't yours. Maybe you take a step by just making better choices about who you allow to influence your life. But here's the final thought. It's simply this. When you choose to do the right thing, even guys when you can't see the bigger picture. Javier couldn't see the bigger picture. Javier didn't know what it was going to cost him to do the right thing. But even when you can't see the bigger picture, even when you don't know the outcome, even when you know that doing the right thing is going to be hard, know this. God smiles at you when you choose to do the right thing. When you choose to do the right thing, regardless of how it turns out, you are honoring God and you are choosing to live a life of integrity. So tonight, here's what we want to do kind of for our final prayer time tonight. One of our students has graciously sent across another worship video. I want us to just take a few moments to worship together, and then we'll come back together and we'll pray, and we'll get off of here for tonight. So I want you to worship with us this evening.
You are here, moving in our is who you are. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you
I love the line in that song, even when I can't see it, you're working. And guys, here's the reality. When you're faced with the decision on are you going to choose the right thing to do, the thing that honors God, or are you not, sometimes you don't see the bigger picture. Sometimes you don't see what's going to come of it. But I want you to be reminded that when you choose the right thing, God is working even when you can't see it. I want to take a minute to pray with you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Let me pray for us real quick. Father, thank you for the time you've given us to dive into your word, to laugh, to play together, to study together. And Father, my prayer is really simple tonight, that you would give us the strength and the courage to do the right thing, no matter what it costs us. That we, like Joseph, would choose to do the right thing, to take that right next step, no matter if we can see the outcome, no matter if we can see the bigger picture or not. We would choose to do the right thing because when we choose to do the right thing, we honor you and we live our lives with the integrity that you've called us to live. Father, we thank you, and it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for sticking with us. I know we went a little bit longer, and I know we had some technical difficulties at the beginning, but thanks for sticking with us. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. We miss you all. And again, I say this every week, but if there's any way that we can serve you guys better, please let us know. Let us know how we can serve you, how we can serve your families. We love you guys. We miss you. Josh, any last word?
You know, it's great being here. I'm seeing the behind the scenes. There's a ton of work here. So, you know, Josh and team, you guys are doing a great job, and it's been fun. I want to see Noah get his head shaved. So
I do too. So next week,
100 people.
Next week we got to get to 100, and I want to give away a big prize too. So we can do it. You guys can do it. Invite a couple friends to join you online. It'd be a great time. But you know what? That's all the time we've got tonight. So we need to say bye. So for Josh, I'm Josh, and we're out of here. We'll see you later. We love you.